Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. And SARS. See who has arrived at the UK to give evidences to the parliament about the Lekki shooting. My people, we know that tomorrow, 23rd of November, the United Kingdom, fondly called the UK, will be sitting in parliament to discuss sanctions to be given to Nigeria government with regards to what happened at the SARS, where Nigerian government went against fundamental human rights. They've done this in time past and have swept it under the carpet and has not been brought to justice. But there comes upon a time where, the world is improving. And today, as little as someone's glasses can make a video, what happened on the 20th of October 2020 was something that should never be done in a civilized society. How much more a country that flags and parades himself in democracy? Nigeria, it's a dictatorship government being faced off, saying they are a democratic government. Why did I say that? A lot that is going on right now cannot be imagined. It cannot be, it cannot be seen as reality. It can only be in the figment of your imagination. But guess what is happening? Do you know up until now, NSAS protesters are still being fished out by government officials, taken into cells and prison and dealt with? You're not hearing about it because the campaign or the evidences are being thrown away. Did you know that? The police and the army officers made sure that they took away some of the corpses, allegedly, as we heard. Hence, Lai Mohammed could boldly say to the world, where are the bodies? When he saw evidences being produced beyond all reasonable doubt, he was the same person who came up to say, well, only 100 Nigerians died. And you say only because you've got 100 children, right? Let's carry on to the news and get all the details as Nigerians who are able, who's got their British passport or got their visas, are able to go to the United Kingdom to stay in Parliament tomorrow to give evidences with regards to what has gone on the 20th of October. And SARS, see who has just arrived at the UK to give evidences to the Parliament about the Lekki shooting. Honorable Justice E.P. Amara has announced today that she has arrived at the Heathrow Airport, London, to submit evidences to the UK Parliament about the extrajudiciary shooting that happened in Lekki Tollgate, which would take place on Monday, 24th November 2020. Just landed at the Heathrow Airport, she tweeted, as I will be given evidences at the UK Parliament against Buhari-led government, Nigeria, in their role in the massacre and other criminal activities against human rights on Monday, the 23rd of November 2020. If you are in London, please come around. And a lot of comments has trailed. Some other says, God bless you. Others says, represent us well. Some says, I will be booking the next flight. Others says, don't tell them you are booking your flight because they might monitor you and want to detain you at the airport, which is so true. We know that they've gone ahead and what they're doing now is seizing passports, freezing back accounts so as to, cripple the people. Money is very essential and very important. And so what the government of Nigeria is trying to do is to intimidate the people to a corner so that they are totally dependent, on them. Intimidation is a very bad tactic whereby people is a modern, tool for slavery, where you make the other person feel that he has nothing to offer, and you box them to a corner, so to say. And that's what Nigerian government is doing as we speak. We just came back, the whole world just coming out of a lockdown, and guess what? Nigerian government has gone on to freeze people's accounts where some people have not even worked or gotten any form of pay or whatever in the last 8 months, 9 months, and yet people are being put through this difficult and very challenging time. Anyway, my people, it's happening, and the truth of the matter is, they might think that they've made it and they've been able to keep Nigerians quiet, but the truth is, evidences don't lie. The truth can only be try to, can only be put in a corner. After a while, it would surely spring up. And that's the truth bouncing up. And by the time the UK government look into, Parliament will be sitting tomorrow to have a discussion on what went on as regards to, Lekki, what happened, how come Nigerian government, in fact, the army has opened their mouths to say that they went there with life rounds, life ammunitions, to do what? People are protesting, are protesting, and it's peaceful. There are evidences that the whole atmosphere was peaceful up until the army came around and began to shoot. So there are evidences, and up until now, as we speak, people still have their jobs. Overseas, you will see immediately that, Buhari and his cabinet would have been, first of all, they would have, first of all, the most noble thing is for them to resign. Just resign, first of all, before the matter is being decided upon. But Nigeria, no, they will stay there and sit as if it's their father's position, because the truth of the matter is there is no democracy here. Trump the other time during his administration said there is no rule of law. And guess what? Nigerians were the first to say, how dare he? Why will he say that? Why will he say that? My people, what do you think? Was Trump lying? Was he lying? No, you speak, because the evidences and the facts speaks for themselves. Was he lying? You see, so the truth of the matter is, if we continue to deceive ourselves, we are headed nowhere. We need to be honest with ourselves once and for all. We need to be honest and be able to speak, decisively what we want to do as a people and as a nation. If we don't correct these excesses being put up by the government, we are only giving ourselves, opportunities not to be trusted. We are giving ourselves opportunities not to have a voice, because the government of the day are ready to intimidate Nigerians to a corner. Look at what they are doing to the youth. Instead of them to embrace the youth, bring them close and said, okay, I've seen what you've done. So what do you think? How can we do this? Do you get what I mean? And this would have opened up the youth to be able to have more, more involvement. And guess what? It would have been a blend. It's a very fantastic way for them to get involved, to get the youth involved in government. Rather, they are chasing them out. Once upon a time, your child grows up and you begin to, instead, there was a time you were instructing, a time come, you begin to have a discussion. You begin to have a discussion. Nigerian government are not ready for that. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.